live broadcast is going about the paradigm that we run in our lives, or it is a story that we tell ourselves and we are running it in our subconscious mind to run our life, and it is the roadmap that we navigate through in our behaviors through all our life. It's the question that we ask ourselves every time in our mind, in our unconscious mind, that runs the whole body, our physiology, our behavior, our attitude. The thing is that when we run an outdated story or paradigm in our unconscious mind, of course, as you know, any system, any program which is outdated will never give us the right direction in our life, and we keep on trying harder to do the same thing, and we are going to get the same results. So the paradigm that we run all the time, which runs, as I said, in the unconscious mind, and it affects all our behavior, our attitude, where it comes from. Usually we are adapting this from our parents, how they raised us, and it affects all our life in our childhood and in our adulthood if we keep the same system. Imagine that you have a navigator and you are in a city that already developing its roads and everything. If this navigator, you keeping it on the same program, the new roads won't appear with you. So you need to update it so you can really run effectively and get to your destination immediately and with no delays. However, we keep always, or we tend to run the old systems until we hit the threshold of pain that we must change at this moment. Let me just more elaborate on this, how we are getting it and how we develop this story in our unconscious mind, and we're keeping it to control our life. We usually tend to learn through stories, and it was an effective way which been illustrated in all the holy books, starting from the Old Testimony, New Testimony, and the Quran. And we have noticed that always Allah, God, spoke to us in this manner, in stories. He tells us the story of this nation and that nation, how they operated, how they been in their life. That's why that's the punishment they get, or that is the reward they got. It's the same thing in our unconscious mind, in our life. We tend to learn only through stories. Exactly yesterday, I have heard a story through a seminar that I was attending with Tony Robbins, and the woman was saying that her story started in this way, that her dad is a strict dad, and only his way she must run. She must be always perfect. So perfectionism is really a killer for everybody. She has to be perfect in school, perfect in what she's doing at home, perfect in everything. And her mom was too emotional to acknowledge her needs, and so she ran her emotional system through her children. So this lady was emphasizing all her life on her work. So by doing that, her main needs to meet were only to be certain, secure, and significance. When you run all these two needs, and we know the human needs of of all people is certainty, uncertainty, love, connection, and significance, growth, and contribution. However, when we only concentrate on the certainty, which is security in your life, and significance, which is to be unique, those will give us a burden on our life. As we are carry burden on our shoulders, it's a huge load that we can't take on. And the other thing is that it keeps internally a pressure on our life that we have always to be perfect, and if we do mistakes we have to hide. That's what tends the nice guys to do always. He has to show up in front of everybody. He knows everything. He is a perfect guy. He doesn't do any problem, and he always seek approval of others to run his story. When he gets frustrated from everybody, okay, that he can't, what he does, he tries harder and goes harder and goes harder on this one. But the same result, the same actions you do, it will get you to the same result. What is the solution for all these? We have to be conscious of the questions that we are asking ourselves all the time. What is the main question that we are running every day and asking ourselves to reinforce this story that we have carried from our childhood? Fine. Your parents were like that. Your teachers were like that. Also reinforce all the story in your head. Now, as you are aware of this story, that it is outdated, and we've seen that always in our computers, in our phones, smartphones, we always see update your software, update your software. So here the key point that I want everyone who listens to this to give more attention on his software. You must update your software so your unconscious mind can adapt a new story. When we update that, our life will be good. How we gonna update it? We have to condition it. We have to ask ourselves a new questions, a quality questions, which gives us a new story. In fact, there is a very, very good example to do that. You just need to draw 2-3 circles where you have to say where you are going to concentrate more, where you have deficiency in your life. Is it in your relationship? Is it in yourself? Or is it in your work? It's just only these 3 areas what our concentration must be: work, self, or relationship. Because any of them, okay, will give us a relief, because we will be satisfied in this area, and then we will get the balance in our life in all areas when we just answer the main question in our life: who we are, where we want to be, and where we are right now. So where we are right now, where we want to be, and we give that question. That question, which you have to condition it in your unconscious mind and give it a new story, which who you want to be in the future. When you are able to do that, and you keep in changing your strategies to condition it in your unconscious mind in this way, usually it takes around 30 to 40 days to condition any new habit. And when you do that, you will be successful, and you will change everything in your life, and you will take responsibility of your life. You're gonna live the life on your term. I want to conclude here in one thing: not to go back to your old story, you got to have help. Believe it or not, no one I have seen or been in contact with who has this problem was able to do it by himself. You cannot do it by yourself. You cannot, I'm again emphasizing in this, you need help, you need a coaching, you need a therapy, you need a supporting group who can take you around them and start helping you to overcome your difficulties in running your new story, in conditioning your new story. Yesterday, I learned a technique which is called incantations by Tony Robbins, that you can just write down your new question in life, what your purpose. That question, you have to just say it up loud in different manners, in different levels, tonnage of your life, when you are happy, when you are at peak state, and when you are running, and speak it up loud. You are really conditioning it in your nervous system, in your unconscious mind, or in your mind as well. You keep strengthening it. We know repetition is the mother of skill. So you actually generate new nerve pathways in your mind, okay, and keep on practicing it, you keep on strengthening. Imagine you are working out and you are making muscle at the gym. What do? You always keep pushing hard, pushing hard, pushing hard until you get your muscle done and have it. So it's repetition, right? So you keep exercising every day, 1 hour, 2 hours, and every other day. So what by that you're doing? You are just growing your muscle. It's the same thing in your unconscious mind, same thing in your nervous system. You just need to condition the new questions, the new story, reinforcing it in yourself, and in this way you really can create the new systems in your life. You will be able to set boundaries, you will be able to say no, you will be able to navigate through your life, avoiding all barriers, stopping the old stories, and you will have the right relationship, you will have the growth, you will have the significance, you will have the certainty, you will have the love and connection, what you crave in your life. The main thing here, again, I will go back to the old story. The old story always, it runs on security and significance. It never been helping anyone. Who runs those systems as the primary needs of his life, they will always have pressure, they will always stressed out, and they will always be in really big pain that they are unable to satisfy anyone, they are unable to live a relaxed life. You're always on pressure, you are always in stress. Divorce your old story. Divorce your old story, create your new one, run your systems on new software, new update. I love you. I hope that today I have covered enough and added value to yourself, to your life. Enjoy your life, be happy, and run your new software. Have a nice night.